Okay, today we are going to continue with our study of competitive bidding. And I would like for you to have in front of you a copy of your convention card and look on the back page of your convention card under the special doubles section. Thus far, we have looked at the negative double. That would have been the 27th of September and October the 4th lessons. Your partner has opened the bidding, an opponent has made an overcall. A double by you, you are the responder, is negative. It is not for penalty. If the person had not overcalled, you would have made a bid. But because this interference of the overcall by an opponent, you can't make the bid you wanted to make. A double by you is negative. It is not for penalty. On your convention card, you have a space where you can say you play negative doubles through whatever level. Most players play it through the level of 3 spades. I do play it through 4 hearts, but 3 spades is pretty much what most people do play.
Negative through 4 hearts.
And the negative double does not need to be alerted unless you have some kind of special knowledge that. Okay, if everybody put yourself on mute, please. Last week, November the 1st, we looked at the support double. Your partner has opened a suit at the 1 level, maybe a club or a diamond, and you, the responder, have bid a new suit at the 1 level, probably a heart or a spade. The 4th person, an opponent, he either makes a double or he overcalls. He interferes by a double or an overcall. We come back to you, the original opener of the hand. If you redouble or you double, whichever is appropriate bid for you to make, you are telling your partner that you have 3 and only 3 card support for whatever suit he bid. So I have bid a club, my partner has bid a heart. The 4th person doubles. If I have 3 hearts, my bid is double. It is not penalty. It is simply, I have 3 card support. If I have 4 card support, I'm going to bid 2 hearts or 3 hearts or 4 hearts, depending on the strength of my hand. If I just have a minimum opener, 12 to 14, and I have 4 hearts, I'm going to raise my partner to 2 hearts. If I have more, probably 3 hearts and maybe all the way to 4 hearts. But when I make that double of the overcall, I'm telling you, I have 3 cards. Because when you say 1 heart, the minimum you have to have is 4 hearts and at least 6 high card points. So the whole point of this competitive bidding is knowing how many possible trumps you hold between the 2 hands. So if I raise your hearts to 2 hearts, you know we have 8. If I make the double, the support double, I'm telling you I don't have but 3. So if you don't have but 4, then the bidding proceeds. But at least the responder knows his partner doesn't have but 3 cards, 3 hearts for him. Now, of course, if they have doubled instead of overcalling, now if I'm the opening bidder and I have only 3 card support for whatever suit you bid, I make the redouble. So that's what John was talking about. You understand the concept, but recognizing, oh, I need to make the redouble, or I need to make the double, the support redouble, or the support double. And the way I try to do it is I bid, you've bid a major perhaps, and I'm looking at, oops, I don't have but 3 of them. And then the next guy bids something. He either overcalls or he doubles. And then I'm thinking 3, 3, 3, what must I do? What must I do? First priority is you want to either double or do the redouble showing 3 card support. You must alert the support double and the support redouble. They have to be alerted. Negative doubles, no, you do not need to alert them. But the support double, in every situation, you must alert them. Most people play it through the level of 2 spades. Sometime back in August, I covered the maximal double. On your convention card, right under special doubles, you have the simple overcall. And you have a place to designate your range. Most people play 8 to 15. I play 7 to 17, quite a little bit larger range. Normally 8 to 15, but there's a lot of difference between overcalling with 8 points and overcalling with 15. So they have opened the hand and my partner makes an overcall. And I raise my partner the first time I get a chance to bid. I am the advancer. I raise my partner's suit, whatever he overcalled. And let's say the opponents then bid at the 3 level. If my partner who made the original overcall doubles at this point, it is the maximal double. He is telling me, partner, I have 15 points. I'm at the top of our overcall, our simple overcall range. Depending on how good your raise was of my suit, I want you to either put it in 3 or go all the way to 4 game. That's all it is. So on your convention card, you don't designate a range for the maximal double. You just put a check mark if you play it. And you do not have to alert it. Now today we are going to be looking at the responsive doubles and just a little bit of lead into it. The opponents have opened the hand and your partner's next. He makes either a takeout double. If he makes a takeout double, he's saying, if this guy had not opened the hand, I was going to open the hand, but because he beat me to it, I can't open right. I can't make a bid, but I have opening count. I have at least 12 high card points. I have at least 3 card support for all the unbid suits. So he makes, if that's the takeout double. Or if he overcalls, it's the simple overcall, somewhere between 8 to 15 high card points at the 1 level. He needs a good 5 card suit or possibly extra points if his suit is bad. Remember, I told you if you have to overcall at the 2 level, that you need a really good suit and you need at least 11 or 12 high card points. Now, let's say the opponent has opened 1 of something, your partner's either doubled or overcalled, and the responder, the next bidder, raises his partner's suit. The guy may be opened a club, my partner's made a takeout double, the next guy bids 2 clubs, he raises his partner's suit. I am next, I am the advancer. If I double in this position, this is the responsive double, and it's going to be the focus of today's lessons. Most players play responsive doubles through 3 spades, the same level they play negative doubles. Responsive doubles do not need to be alerted. All right, let's move on in now to today's lesson, which of course is on the responsive double. Responsive double is a takeout double by the advancer. Remember, you have the opener, then there's your partner, then the responder is third, and you are the advancer. So a responsive double is made by the advancer in the 4th position. The opponents have opened, and the responder has raised whatever his partner opened, and your partner has taken some action. He's either made a takeout double or he has made a simple overcall. If you bid, if you make a double, it is a responsive double, and it's not much different from having the meaning of a negative double. I think that we miss a lot of opportunity to use the responsive double. We may use it and don't even realize what we are saying when we make it. So I thought it would be good to use today's lesson to go over this responsive double. All right, let's look at problem number 1. In the bold print is your hand. You are the advancer. You are going to be the 4th person to bid to this hand. You have 4 spades to the king, 4 hearts to the queen, 3 little, and queen doubleton. You have 7 high card points. Your left-hand opponent has opened 1 diamond, and your partner has made a takeout double. The partner by his takeout double is showing at least 3 card support for the unbid suits. He should have at least 1 4-card major to make that double. The right-hand opponent raises his partner's suit to 2 diamonds, and we have you as the advancer. What are you going to do? You have 7 high card points. You have both majors. You want to compete. You know your partner's at least 4-3 in the majors. Now here's the problem. Should you bid 2 hearts or should you bid 2 spades? Here is the problem. If your partner holds 4 spades to the ace queen and 3 hearts to the king jack, of course he has the net support. He has 14 high card points. When 1 diamond is open, he has pretty much a really good takeout double. He has 14 high card points. He would have opened this hand a club. But the guy beat him to it and bid a diamond. So he makes the takeout double. In the first example there, he has 4 spades and 3 hearts. In the second example, he has 3 spades and 4 hearts and the same 14 high card points. Now you, looking at your hand, you have both 4 card majors. In the event your partner has 4 of one major and only 3 of the other, how do you know? You don't know. But when you make a double after the 2 diamond bid, that is the responsive double. It tells your partner, I have both 4 card majors. You pick. And that solves the problem. There's no guess. If your partner has 4 spades to the ace queen, he will bid 2 spades. If he has only 3 spades, but has the second hand there, 4 hearts to the king jack, he knows you have 4. He will bid 2 hearts. So you see how valuable the responsive double is for the advancer with the hand that you hold there in problem 1. By your double of the 2 diamonds, responsive, telling your partner, I have both 4 card majors, you pick. And if your partner has both of them, he'll just pick his better major. But you see, he didn't. He had 4 of one in the first example and 4 hearts in the second example. So in the first example, you want to be in 2 spades. If he holds the second hand, you want to be in 2 hearts. And that solves the problem. Now, another frequent situation that occurs is with hand number 2. This comes up probably more frequently. Left-hand opponent has opened 1 diamond and your partner has overcalled. Instead of doubling this time, she has overcalled. And let's look at your hand. You have queen doubleton of spades. Partner ought to have 5 to make that overcall. You have 4 hearts, doubleton diamond, and you have 5 clubs. 1 diamond, partner overcalls a spade. Right-hand opponent raises his partner's suit to the 2 diamond level. And look at your hand. You have 9 high card points. You can't bid 2 spades because you don't have the constructed. Remember, when your partner makes an overcall, and if you raise him to the 2 level, you're promising 3 card support. You have a doubleton diamond, a doubleton spade. So you can't bid 2 spades. What do you do? But yet you want to compete. You make the responsive double. You double, you tell your partner by your double, you say, I have the 2 unbid suits. I have support for the 2 unbid suits, which in this case would be hearts and clubs, and maybe a little bit of support tolerance for your partner's suit. But you're also telling your partner that you don't have as many as 3 spades. So in the example problem 2, the double by you is responsive. It says, I have hearts and clubs and maybe a little tolerance for spades, but it also tells your partner, I don't have 3 spades because with the same hand and 3 spades, I am going to bid 2 spades. And I can't do that. I would be telling a story to my partner. Now, if after I have made the responsive double, if my partner rebids 2 spades, great. He's showing at least a good spade suit, and I'm quite happy to pass him because I do have the queen doubleton of his suit. Or if he held ace king 5th and that hand, I would still be happy to hear him bid 2 spades. And that's as far as it's going to go. I'm not making another bid. So I have tolerance for his spades. I just can't bid 2 spades initially because I don't have but 2 of them. But let's say your partner, instead of holding one of those 2, 6 card spade suit or 5 card spade suit, let's say my partner had 5 spades to the ace king, 4 hearts to the queen, and whatever else he's got. If I make the responsive double up here, telling my partner I have hearts and clubs, and he happens to hold this hand here where he has 5 spades and 4 hearts, he knows now that I have 4 hearts, and he can now bid 2 hearts. See the beauty of having that responsive double available. It shows the other two suits. It says, partner, I have 4 hearts at least, and I have at least 4 clubs. I don't have 3 of your spades. And so here on this third example with the 5 spades and the 4 hearts, your partner will bid 2 hearts, very comfortable knowing that you have 4 hearts. Or let's say that your partner held this last hand where he has 5 spades, singleton heart, 3 little diamonds, and 4 clubs. Now you want to be in clubs. With the hand that you had up here, you had the other 2 suits. You had 5 clubs and 4 hearts in bold up here at problem number 2. With this last hand, partner does not have support for hearts. He just has the singleton 5 of hearts, but he does have clubs. And so now he knows you have at least 4 clubs. He would bid 3 clubs with this hand. Whereas an example above, he knows you have 4 hearts. He will bid 2 hearts. In the next example below, he doesn't have but 1 heart, but he knows you have at least 4 clubs. He will bid 3 clubs. All right. So that is probably the 2 best examples I can show you of responsive double. We're going to look at quite a few more, but that's it in a nutshell. It gives you the advancer once your partner is either doubled or he has made an overcall. And the responder has raised his partner's suit. You are the 4th person, the advancer. If you make a double at this point, it is not for penalty. It is a responsive double. It is showing some information to your partner so your partner can make a rebid. By the note, I think a lot of people think that when I double, like they have bid and I make a double as the 4th seat, that perhaps a lot of people are playing that as a penalty double. But Larry Cohen, and we all respect his judgment, says that a responsive double should be a responsive double in all situations. That when I double in the 4th seat, that is not a penalty double, but that rather it should be considered as a responsive double. So I just thought I would show that, let you know that the experts really think it should not be a penalty double, when here in these examples that I'm showing you, when I double with the question mark, that is a responsive double, not a penalty double. All right, the sequences that come up for the responsive double. They have opened a club. My partner makes a takeout double. Responder bids 2 clubs. A double by me is a responsive double. It's showing both majors. Partner, you pick. Same thing with 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, double by me, 1 heart, double, 2 hearts, double by me is showing support for spades and showing support for the spade suit. All of these situations under the takeout double, when my partner makes a takeout double and they have raised the suit of their partner's original suit, a double by me as the advancer, all of those are responsive doubles. On the right side, if my partner makes an overcall, the responder raises his partner's suit, a double by me, the advancer, is responsive. It is not a penalty double. All right, I want to just, I thought I would just put that there so you would see it. Let's look at the requirements for a responsive double. In all cases, you need enough points to compete to the level at which you're driving your partner. So normally if they've opened 1 club or 1 diamond, your partner bids a spade, 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, and you make the double, you're driving it to the 2 level. Your partner's got to bid at the 2 level. So you ought to have 6 to 8 high card points to make the responsive double. If you don't have a 3 or 4 high card points, you got to pass that 2 level bid by the responder. But if you have 6 to 8 high card points and your partner's overcalled or made a takeout double, then you're driving your partner to the 2 level. You need at least 6 to 8 high card points. If, for example, they've opened a club, your partner makes a takeout double and the next guy bids 3 clubs. If you make a double at that point, it's still a responsive double, but you need more than 8 high card points to make that. You need at least 9 high card points because you are driving your partner to have to bid at the 3 level. So you need a few more points than you would if you're just driving them to have to make a bid at the 2 level. And finally, they go to the 4 level. And if you play it through responsive doubles through the 4 level, you've got to have almost an opening bid yourself to drive it to that level. But since we're only playing, I think most of you all play probably through the 3 spades as being responsive double. If you double at the 4 level, they bid at the 4 level, I think it would be considered as a penalty double. All right, I want to show you now several examples. In all of these examples, let's say on your convention card, you have agreed to play responsive doubles through the level of 3 spades. So we're going to look at problem number 3, example number 3. Your hand. You have 4 spades to the jack, 4 hearts to the king jack, doubleton, queen third. You have 7 high card points. The left-hand opponent on your left has opened a club. Your partner has made a takeout double. The responder has bid 2 clubs. This is like the first example I showed you just a few minutes ago. You have both majors. You know your partner has at least 1 4-card major. Hopefully he's got both, but he may have 3, only 3 of the other. So this is the dilemma where you simply make responsive double. You just double after the 2 club bid, telling your partner, I have both majors. You pick your better major. And if he doesn't have but 3 of one of them, he's going to be the one he has 4 of, being very comfortable in knowing that you also have 4 of that major. So this problem number 3 is exactly problem number 1, where the advancer, have both majors. Now in problem 4, look at your hand. You have 3 spades to the king, 4 hearts to the ace jack, 4 little diamonds, and a doubleton. Here you have 8 high card points. They have opened a club. Your partner has made a takeout double. 2 clubs by the responder. In this case, you don't have both majors. In problem 3, you had both majors. You want your partner to pick, you make the responsive double. Here you simply bid 2 hearts. You have 8 high card points. I'll recall you back to the lessons on September the 13th and September the 20th. When your partner makes a takeout double, if you have 0 to 8 high card points, you bid your suit at the cheapest level you can. You don't have both 4-card majors. You have 8 high card points. In this example, you simply bid 2 hearts. If you had 9 or 10 or 11 high card points in this same hand, you would bid 3 hearts. You would jump your suit. If you didn't have a good suit, but you had a club stopper, you might bid a no trump or 2 no trump or something of that nature. But in this particular hand, since you don't have both majors, you simply overcall this hearts at the simplest level, which would be 2 hearts. If you make a responsive double, you are telling your partner that you have both 4-card majors, and you don't. So if they bid to the level of 3 clubs and your partner dings in there at 3 spades, and you're on 4-3 fit, it may be a disaster because you do have 8 high card points. You are at the top of your bid, but you do not want to make a responsive double with problem number 4, exactly because of the reason your partner might think you have both of them and bid 3 spades. And there you are. You don't have 4 spades. So in problem 4, you simply bid your heart suit, hoping he has 4 of them. Now, let's move on down to problem number 5. In problem number 5, you have 4 spades to the jack, 4 hearts to the king jack, doubleton, and queen 10 third. They have opened a club. Your partner's made a takeout double. And now the responder, he makes the 3 club bid. Of course, I would say that's probably a good preempt. You put the double in there so they can't do their inverted minor. So I'd say 3 clubs in that setting is just good preemptive bid, showing at least 5 or 6 clubs by the right-hand opponent. And we look at your hand. You have 7 high card points. You do have 2 4-card majors. But in this problem number 5 example, you are much too weak to do the responsive double. A double of the 3 clubs would not be penalty. It would be the responsive double because you're playing them through 3 spades. We have just at the beginning of these problems, we said we're going to play responsive doubles through the level of 3 spades. If you double 3 clubs, you are telling your partner you have 4-4 in the majors, which you do have. But remember, you need to have, recall, you are driving your partner to make a decision at the 3 level. You don't have but 7 high card points. You need at least 9 high card points to make a responsive double of the 3 clubs. So in hand number 5, you need to simply pass. When the guy bids 3 clubs, you need to pass. If your partner's got a big enough hand to make another double, now you can move forward with that. But if you make the responsive double over 3 clubs, now your partner expects you to have 9 or 10 points. He does know you've got 4-4 in the majors, and possibly he might bid game based on what he thinks you've got, and you're going to go set because you see you don't have but 7 high card points there. So you don't want to ever make a bid to mislead your partner. It doesn't make a happy camper out of your partner. All right, let's move down to problem 6. Again, looking at your hand, you have the queen doubleton, the singleton, the heart, 5 diamonds, and 5 clubs. This hand, you have 12 high card points. The left-hand opponent has opened a weak 2-heart bid. Your partner has overcalled 2 spades. Your partner has got at least 5 spades. He's got either a good suit or a lot of extra points in his hand to make that bid. Right now, you don't know which, but I think you would assume he's got a good suit. You having only a doubleton, you're looking at his bid, you have a doubleton, you say, oh, good, I do have at least queen X in his suit. The next hand, right-hand opponent, bids 3 hearts. And quite frequently when these people, and you should be doing it too, when your partner opens the weak 2, if you have 3 card support, just a few points, advance the preempt by bidding 3. So that's what the right-hand opponent doesn't have a lot, but he does have probably 3 hearts, and he does have a few points and probably sacrificing here. So you want to be aware of when your partner's open the weak 2, if you can raise to the 3 level or even the 4 level, you want to do so. So when your partner makes the 2-spade overcall, remember you are playing responsive doubles through the level of 3 spades. So you sitting there with your 12 high card points, 5-5 in the minors, and a little bit there for your spades for your partner, you should make the responsive double. This is one of the main reasons that cause the development of the responsive double, having a hand exactly like what you have there in problem number 6. They've opened, your partner's overcalled, the responder has advanced his partner's suit, and there you are. Now, you do have the queen X of your partner's suit, but you certainly don't want to be bidding 3 spades at that point. He might only have 5 spades. So what you do is you make a double, which is responsive. It tells your partner that you have the minors and you have maybe a little bit in his suit, but you can't raise him right now to the 3 level and 3 spades. You want to compete. You certainly have the necessary points to drive this to the 3 level. In fact, you're going to be driving it to the 4 level because your partner is either going to have to bid 4 clubs or 4 diamonds, or he certainly could bid 3 spades. But if he picks one of your minors, you're driving it to the 4 level. You do have at least 10 high card points. You have 12, in fact. You just don't know where this needs to play, but you want to compete. If your partner rebids 3 spades, that's fine. You have the queen X. You also have that singleton heart, which if your partner, you might be able to ruff with the 4 of spades or whatever. Your double, your responsive double in that situation tells your partner that you have the minor suits. He's got to know you have enough points to, because if he has to pick at the 4 level, he knows you're not sitting there with minor suits with only 4 or 5 points. He's going to expect you to have 10 or 11 points when you make that bid. And in fact, you do. You have 12 high card points. So I think a lot of times we miss the responsive double in a situation like this. This is one time where you want to compete. You have the necessary points to compete. You don't have enough cards in your partner's suit to raise them right away. And so how do you compete? You make the responsive double. All right, problem number 7. You hold 4 spades to the king jack, 5 hearts to the jack, singleton diamond, king third. Your left-hand opponent has opened a diamond. Your partner has overcalled 2 clubs, and you're saying, oh, well, he's got at least 5 or 6 clubs. I have clubs. The responder bids 2 diamonds. Now, you could certainly say 3 clubs, but you want to check out to see if you have any kind of a fit in the major suits. You have both, you have 5 hearts and you have 4 spades. When you make the responsive double, which you should make in this case, you should make the responsive double. You are telling your partner you have the other 2 suits. They bid a diamond, your partner's bid 2 clubs. You're telling your partner that you're at least 4-4 in the major suits. Now, if your partner happens to have 4 hearts or 4 spades, then the bidding proceeds and he will show it. If he simply rebids his suit, 3 clubs, you certainly can stand that because you have 3 clubs with him. So here you're wanting to try to see if you can find a 4-4 fit in the major suits by when you make the responsive double of the 2 diamond bid. All right, problem number 8. In problem number 8, you have 10 high card points. You have 5 spades, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, and a doubleton club. Left-hand opponent has bid a diamond. Your partner makes the takeout double. Responder raises to 2 diamonds. Here you bid 3 spades. You have 5 spades. Now remember when we went over when your partner makes a takeout double, if you have 0 to 8 high card points, you bid your suit at the cheapest level. Here you have 10 high card points. Instead of just bidding 2 spades, which you could bid on 0 points, you bid 3 spades. Even if you just had 4 spades, you would still bid 3 spades with this hand. You have the added bonus that you have 5 of them. You have 10 high card points and you have a 5 card suit. But even if you just had 4 of them, you don't want to just bid 2 spades with this hand over your partner's takeout double and the raise of the 2 diamonds. You should bid 3 spades with this hand. And you look back at September 20th lesson and it will talk to you about the range you need to bid to jump bid your suit. And with 10 high card points, never bid 2 spades with this over 2 diamonds. You want to bid 3 spades, even if you had only 4. When your partner makes that takeout double, presumably he's got 4 spades. Now, problem number 9. Remember now you are playing responsive doubles through the 3 spade level. Left-hand opponent has opened 1 diamond. Your partner makes the takeout double. And now the responder has made a preemptive bid of 4 diamonds. If you double 4 diamonds, it is penalty. Because recall, 3 spades is the level of your level of the responsive double. So a double of 4 diamonds is absolute penalty. And look at your hand. You have 4 of those diamonds, the ace queen, and you have that big ace of clubs. And these people are going for 800 or 1100 on this hand. If they're vulnerable, they're going to go for a huge number. So knowing the range that you play responsive doubles through makes it possible for you to double a 4-level bid if you play it through 3 spades for penalty. And you certainly would want to double for penalty. And your partner better shut up and not make another bid because you're going to get about 800 or 1100 off of this hand. And finally, number 10, you have ace third, doubleton, 4 little diamonds, and 4 clubs to the ace king. You have 12 high card points. Left-hand opponent has opened a spade. Your partner has doubled. Your partner's got 4 hearts. Partner would have opened the hand, but probably is going to have to open a club or diamond because it has only 4 hearts. If he had 5 hearts, he could bid 2 hearts, but he doesn't. So he makes the takeout double. The right-hand opponent bids 3 spades, which, if you recall that, he's probably it is a preemptive bid, or and some people play that as a game invitational bid, but whatever you play it is. But we have you coming next, and you got 12 high card points. If you double, it's a responsive double. The best strategy here is, excuse me, yeah, let me get back on that hand. I'm on hand number 10. It is a responsive double, but you see, you don't have support for the hearts. Your partner's showing hearts. You do have the spades stopped. You can pass, or you can bid 3 no trump. What you would really love to be able to do here is to double for penalty, but your partner's going to take it as responsive, and you're going to be up at the 4 level, and you do not have but 2 hearts. So I think probably just pass here. You do have 12 high card points. Your partner ought to have at least 12. I don't know. It's a close call between bidding 3 no trump or simply passing and hoping that you're going to set it, especially if they are vulnerable. If partner makes another bid, well, we'll go from there. I don't know. Now, let's say that they have opened and you've made a takeout double. You're next, and your partner makes the responsive double in 4th seat, and it comes back to you. If you had a minimum takeout double, 12 to 14, you simply bid your suit at the cheapest level. If you have more than 14, you jump bid your suit, or you bid 2 no trump, whichever one would be appropriate. You know, if you overcall one no trump, you're saying you got 15 to 18. If you double and then you bid no trump, then you got about 18 or 19. Or if you bid more than that, you have got 20, 21 points. Or you Q bid the enemy suit is the only game forcing bid you can make. All right, so let's look at problem number 11. And you now are the person who made the takeout double. Okay. This is your hand there at problem 11. You have a doubleton spade, 4 hearts to ace king, 4 diamonds to ace, and queen third of spade of clubs. They have opened a spade, and you are next. You have 13 high card points. If he had not opened a spade, you would have opened this hand with 1 diamond. And then, you know, you go from there, whatever your partner responds. But you can't now bid once that guy jumps in there and bids 1 spade. This is the point of having the takeout double. The takeout double by me tells my partner I have 4 hearts and I have opening count. I have at least 12 high card points. I would have opened this hand had not the guy jumped in there and bid 1 spade. So I have made the takeout double. The responder raises his partner's spades to the 2 spade level. And now I am the advancer. I make a double. This is the responsive double. Now, what is this telling my partner? They've opened a spade. Partner's made a takeout double showing 4 hearts and at least 3 card support for clubs and diamonds, and also that he had opening hand. The responder raises to 2 spades. My partner has made the responsive double. When he makes the responsive double, he is telling me he does not have hearts. Now, this is probably what's going to cause you a problem. If I am the guy in 4th seat and I have 4 hearts, if I have 0 to 8 high card points, I'm going to bid 2 hearts. If I have 9 to 11, I'm going to bid 3 hearts. I know my partner has 4 hearts. But by the fact that I make the responsive double, I am telling partner I am not interested in hearts. I do not have support for hearts. But what I do have is I have enough points to compete. I have enough points to compete to the 3 level, and I have support for the minor suits. And I am asking my partner to bid his better minor. So with a minimum takeout double by you, you have a minimum hand. Your partner says he has little interest in hearts. When he makes the responsive double, He's asking you to bid your better minor. You have 4 diamonds. Your bid is 3 diamonds. That's going to take some thought on your part. If my partner over 2 spades bids 2 hearts, he's saying I have 4 hearts and 0 to 8 high card points. If my partner bids 3 hearts, he's saying I have at least 9 high card points and 4 hearts. He didn't do that. He did not bid to hearts. He knows I have 4 by my takeout double. So when he makes the responsive double, he is telling me, the one who made the takeout double, I am not interested in hearts. Maybe he's got a doubledom. But I do have support for both of the minors, and I do have enough points for you to make a bid at the 3 level, at least 9 high card points. So you bid your diamonds is your better minor. He's asking you to select your better minor. Diamonds are better than clubs, so you would bid 3 diamonds with your hand. Problem number 12. Your hand. You have ace jack third, king jack fourth, ace queen jack fourth, and a doubleton club. You would have opened this hand. If the opponent had not opened a club, you would have opened a diamond with this hand. But he has bid a club. Now, you don't have 5 diamonds and you don't have 5 hearts, so you cannot overcall a heart or a diamond. You do not have a club stopper, so you cannot bid 1 no trump. You do have 16 high card points, but you cannot bid a no trump because you don't have a club stopper. So you make the takeout double. Your takeout double tells your partner that you have support, at least 3 card support for the unbid suits, and that you have at least 4 of one major and at least 3 of the other. All right, so your partner's made the takeout double. The responder has raised his partner's clubs to the 2 clubs, and you are the advancer. You make the responsive double. Now we come back to your hand. You have 16 high card points. I have made a responsive double. I'm telling you that I have 4 card support for the majors by my responsive double, and you with 16 high card points, if you had a minimum of 12 to 14 for your original takeout double, then you would just simply bid 2 hearts. But you see, you have 16. So you tell your partner you have above a minimum takeout double by bidding 3 hearts, and either your partner will pass or maybe he will, depending on his hand, may even bid 4 hearts. Okay, Mr. Huber is calling, but go in there and tell him I'm doing my lesson. Okay. So Richard is calling in. So number 12, you will want to jump to 3 hearts because you have more than 12 to 14 for your original takeout double. All right, number 13, let's look at it now. Number 13, you have 19 high card points. Look at that hand. 19.
You only have 12 cards, so it's a misdeal.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Let's put a card with one of those, okay? Carol Roby would see that for sure. I better clean that up before I send you all the file. Thank you so much, Chuck. Let's put an extra club there. But you do have 19 high card points. They open a spade. If you overcall a no trump at this point, you're showing that you have 15 to 18 high card points. You have more than that. So you start by making a double. The responder bids 2 spades. Now your partner, the advancer, makes a responsive double. Now what you know is that your partner has at least 8, 7, 8, or 9 points. And you with your 19 and your spade stopper, double stop and spade, would bid 3 no trump on this hand. Now, if they're vulnerable and you're non-vulnerable, convert it to a penalty double. But you could certainly bid 3 no trump. If they're vulnerable and you're non-vulnerable and you know your partner's got 7 or 8, 9 points, just let the responsive double stay there, and you're probably going to set him a big number on this hand. But we'll add a 4th club. We'll to satisfy everybody. With this hand, you don't overcall initially 1 no trump, but you would double first, and then you are going to rebid 2 no trumps, showing the 19 to 20 point hand. But when your partner makes a responsive double over 2 spades, you know he's got 7 or 8. So you can easily bid 3 no trump with that hand, or if they are vulnerable, opposite non-vulnerable, you may want to just let the responsive double become a penalty double. All right, next week, I want to look at the bids that show 2 suits at one time, particularly the unusual 2 no trump and sandwich no trump bids are next week. That's what we'll focus on. Last week, I gave you an assignment on a support double example. And first of all, I want to look at the bidding, and then we'll look at discussion. I think this one caused quite a bit of interest. I got several responses. Thank all of you very much. I was very impressed with the deep thought processes that went into this hand. Of course, probably a half an hour would have passed by the time you decided what you were going to do. And I expect the director would have been called a number of times to the table. However, I was very, very impressed with the comments, the thought processes that you all gave to this hand. Let's look first of all at the hand. The opening bidder was North. North has 13 high card points. Opened a club with the hand. The East hand has just 3 points as passing. And now the South hand has a tremendous hand, but for now, simply needs to just bid 1 heart. You have 13 high card points. You know this hand is going to go to game. So you bid 1 heart. Your partner cannot pass as long as you keep bidding a new suit, your partner cannot pass. So you bid a heart. The next hand overcalls 2 diamonds. Now, he does have 6 diamonds to the Queen, Jack, 10, 9. He does have 11 high card points. I would say vulnerable or non-vulnerable, he has a 2 diamond overcall. And now you are the North hand. You're thinking, I have 3 hearts. When your partner initially bids 1 heart, he's promising only 4 hearts and at least 6 high card points. You have just 3 hearts, so you can't go raising him to 2 hearts initially. How do you tell him you have 3 hearts? You make the support double. It says, partner, I have 3 hearts with you. It has to be alerted. And then for some reason, the guy blasted into 6 hearts. I asked you first of all last week to think of a more scientific way. Perhaps you could bid. I'm not sure there is a better way. When you know your partner has 3 card support, heart support, you know you have at least 10 hearts between you. What you don't know is that you don't know really what size hand he has. You don't know whether he has the ace of spades. You may have 2 spade losers there. You don't know. At least 1. You don't know what his hand is. You know you have no diamond losers, but you've got 3 club losers. So I don't know. I think it was a leap of faith for the guy to simply bid 6 hearts. One way you might possibly investigate is to make the 5 diamond exclusion bid saying, partner, I want to know your key cards outside the diamond suit. Well, poor old North is sitting up there with the ace king of diamonds and can't even show them. But anyway, whatever means or mechanism, you get to 6 hearts. So the opening lead is made of the Queen of Diamonds. That is the perfect lead to make, top of a sequence. And the dummy comes down and you are the declarer South. So let's look at how we're going to plan the play of this hand. You look at the hand, count your losers first. You're in a suit contract. You have possibly 2 spade losers in this hand. You certainly got to lose the ace, and you may have a second spade loser. You have no heart losers. You have no diamond losers. You have 2 club losers. The ace of clubs will take care of 1 of your clubs, but you've got 2. And so, okay, there you are. If you go on the other side of the table and you make North the master hand, North has the same problem of 2 spade losers, no heart losers, 1 diamond loser, but you're certainly going to be able to trump that 6 of diamonds on the board in the South hand. He has 3 club losers. And so you're saying, okay, now how must I play this hand? You've got the Queen of Diamond lead. Certainly you're going to play the ace. And you dump a club. Dump the 2, the 6, or the 8, whichever one you want to, it doesn't matter. They can see the hand that's on the board. They cannot see your hand. So it doesn't matter which club that you throw. Then you play the King of Diamonds and you throw another club. You play the ace of clubs, taking out the third club. Now you see that the clubs, now you see that you have a void in the south hand. This now becomes a classic dummy reversal. You played the ace of clubs, you now lead a small club and you trumpet high. In other words, you know, we normally play the master hand as the hand that's got the most trumps. But if you recall the lesson when I did dummy reversal, the dummy has the shortness in the trump suit. He has the queen, 10, and the 8, but his trumps are good enough to pull the trumps, and you're going to trump losers from his hands because you now have a void in the club suit. You have thrown 2 clubs on the ace, king of diamonds. You've played the ace of clubs, taking out the third club. And now you lead your 3 of clubs, trumpet high with the ace or the king or the jack. It doesn't matter, one of them. Lead a heart back to your hand. Trump another club high. Lead a heart back to your hand. You've pulled all the trumps now. And trump another heart high. You can, on your 4th club, you've pulled all your trumps. On your 4th club, you throw the 5 of spades and you give them 1 spade. They get the ace of spades and you're going to get either the king or queen, whichever one you still have left, and you're going to make the hand. Now, there are 2 ways. Let's say when you start to try to trump out those clubs, let's say the suit breaks 4-2 instead of 3-3. You abandon the idea of trying to dump a losing spade on the 4th club. And instead you fall back on the spade finesse. Now, you know this guy's probably got over to your left for his overcall. Since he did not have the ace, king of diamonds, he's got to have that ace of spades. So you can lead the 2 of spades towards your king, queen. Better yet, you can fall back on the spade finesse, hoping your right hand opponent has the jack of spades. Of course, when you lead the 10 and let it ride, the ace takes, you're still going to have a spade loser. There's no way that you can do it. And so you will go down 1. The whole point of what I wanted to put this hand up was not only to make you think, but I wanted you to think in terms of always try to give yourself more than 1 chance to make a hand. The first chance and the logical chance is to try to see if those clubs are going to break 3-3 and you could dump a spade, and therefore you only lose 1 spade. If that does not work, then you fall back on playing the right, your opponent here over on the east for the jack of spades, yes. And of course that doesn't work and you lose 2 spade tricks. But that's the only chance you got. Okay, so you give yourself 2 chances. First of all, you're trying the dummy reversal. If that will fail if the clubs are not 3-3. You luck out in this example because they are 3-3, and then you just give them the ace of spades and claim your contract because you're dumping a losing spade on the 4th club in the north hand. So I got some really interesting responses on that, and I was very impressed with all of the responses that I got. And I know that a number of you talked individually with each other, talked to each other about this hand. I don't know about the bidding. Maybe the only way to get to 6 hearts is just to blast into 6 hearts. Okay, let me go ahead now and stop record and